Welcome back to Algebra 1, Chapter 7, Section 4 in this book. What we've been learning is called a linear systems of equation, which is just fancy math talk for not graphing one straight line in a piece of graph paper, but two, and the answer is where they cross. It is the solution is where they cross in that ordered pair. So we've learned how to do this graphically, which nobody does because it can be wrong and it's a big old pain. We've learned how to do it in our calculator, and you'll watch a separate calculator video for that. And we've learned how to do it by substitution and by combination. So now they want us to do some word problems with it. So I'll show you, we've already done some word problems, we'll do a few more, but there's one word problem I'm just going to stop. We're going to skip because it's just too dumb. I'll tell you about it in a second. Alright, so here, this is one thing I had to learn is I felt like there was an infinite number of word problems out there in algebra land that my teacher could pull from and stump me at any moment. But now that I've done algebra for so many years and taught it from so many years, I realize there really is just a certain number of classic problems, and they might change the situation. One time you're joining a video rental club, another time you're joining a swimming pool, but it's the same problem. And so there's just certain ones that are sort of classics, and we have already done this problem when we did the problem where it was like a civil rights museum and they didn't know how many tickets they sold. Well, this is the same problem again. It's a system of linear equations problem, but this time they don't know how many tennis shoes they sold. Oh no, let's help them, okay? So they sold a certain number of style A, which we'll call X, and a certain number of style B, which we'll call Y. They all together sold 28. They know that, but for some reason, they don't know how many they sold. A costs $70 a pair and B costs $90 a pair. It's interesting that that's about right for tennis shoes now. Of course, they can go way up, but if you go to Rack Room, that's about what they're going to cost. And the total money they took in that day was $2,220. And so we're going to help them out by doing a problem to let them know how much they sold. Now, you can use your calculator, but we're going to do this one, not calculator. Okay, so first of all, we have to make two equations. And our first equation is if we add together the A's plus the B's, the X's and the Y's, we'll get the total number of tennis shoes sold. So X plus Y is 28. And then also the money. If we do the number of X sold, or A sold times how much they cost, plus the number of B sold times how much they cost, it will add up to $2,220. So we're going to do substitution. The Y won the beauty contest. We'll give him his crown. He's the prom king here. And so we got Y by itself by subtracting X from both sides and substituted it in for this Y. After singing, substitute. Okay, so now we're down here. There it is in parentheses. And we use the distributive property. 90 times negative X is negative 90X. 90 times 28, had to use my calculator, 2,520. Now I gather up my terms. Gathering up your terms. Everybody sing. Woo! Alright, 70X minus 90X is negative 20X. And I subtracted 2,520 from both sides to get negative 300. Y is X all alone. It's being multiplied by negative 20. Do the opposite, divide by negative 20, and you get X equals 15. Now, this one's actually easier because we don't have to do all that substituting back because it is a word problem. If we sold 15 of style A, all we have to do is do 15 minus 28, and we understand that style B is 13. Nobody does that. Everybody knows how many they sold. Okay, so the next word problem in your book is they've got high test and regular gas, and they want to mix the gas to get the amount of high test, the rating they want. No, no, no. I teach organic chemistry too. Absolutely not. You start messing with gas, you might blow yourself up. You buy the right stuff in the beginning. Safety first. We're skipping that problem. There you go. All right. So the next problem. That was easy, wasn't it? this was a math person, not a chemistry person who wrote that. Oh my, bless their hearts. All right, so here's our next one. This time you're getting a job and you have got 2 job offers. Yay, go you. One will give you $30,000 for your base salary plus 1% times how much you sell. It's a selling job. The other one will only give you $24,000, but it'll give you 2% commission, 0.2 times how much you sell. Which one should you take? Really, what you need to figure out is where do they break even? And then think, do I think I'm going to sell more than that, take this job, or do I think I will sell less than that, take that job, okay? So there's 2 ways to do it. And we're gonna review the calculator way. They're all ready for Y. So we're gonna graph them both. You can write it in like this. You don't even have to follow the etiquette and put the X's first. You graph them, and then if your window is okay, you would do second trace 5, enter, enter, enter. Those are my heels clicking because I'm Dorothy when I go enter, enter, enter. Okay, but in reality, you do that on your calculator and it will say no, because your window isn't big enough to show this graph with that big of numbers. So there's a button that says window, and I will show you how to do this in a calculator lab where it's close to my calculator. But just know there's a button that says window, and when you push it, you can set your X, max, and min. Your salary is going to be positive no matter what. These are going to be positive numbers. Your company is not going to make you pay them money to sell their stuff, or else it's a ripoff. It's what does Clark Howard say? It's a scam. So if you have to pay them to sell, it's a scam. So we know it's going to be positive. So we're going to set our minimums to 0, and our maximums need to be huge so that we can get where these 2 lines intersect. So I might put my Y max and X max to $500,000, 500,000. We'll see if that's big enough. If not, if it still says you can't do it, then make it 700,000. Make it $1 million, both ways. Then and when you do this and you do graph, second trace, enter, 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 X, it tells us, is 600,000. So that's how much we're going to have to sell. This must be something expensive you're selling. I don't think you're selling skateboards if you're going to have to sell $600,000 worth of them. And that's where you would break even, and that's where what you need to figure out if you can sell that much or not. There is actually an easier way to do this problem, even than using your calculator, because what's wrong with your calculator on this one is you are going to have to play with that window and get it big enough so you can see where the 2 intersect. And how we'll do it later is what we will do is we will set these 2 equal to each other. So we'd do this, and we would say equals 24000 plus 0.2x, drop to 0. There you go. You set them equal, and then you solve for x. You gather up your terms, you get 1x on the other side, and then you get your 24,000 on the other side, and that would tell you the answer. And that's the real easy way to do it. I'll do it real quick. Minus 0.01x minus 0. So this is going to be 0.01x equals minus 24 minus 24,000. So that's 6,000 equals divided by 0.01 divided by 0.01, and x equals 6. Ta-da! That's the way to do it. All that other stuff is just theoretical. That's the way I would really do it. You can see it's easy. I set them equal, gathered up the x's, gathered up the bare numbers, solved for x by doing the opposite. Easy. That's the real way. All right. Math is great. I'll see you next time.